Gonna sit up nice and tall. If you can, kind of scoot up a little bit toward the front of your chair so your feet can get be nice and grounded. We want to keep our knees about 90 degrees. Feet are right below the knees. Sitting up tall. Now think of the crown of the head. Imagine there's a little string at the crown kind of pulling you up. So your head kind of pulls back, chin slightly drops, and the rest of the spine follows. So good and tall. We're not trying to push our chest out. It's actually, chest should be pretty relaxed. Instead, you want to think of the spine just rising. All right, keep those shoulders relaxed, and then place the hands over the sides or just along your abdomen, and focus on your breathing. Getting the inner core, as it's sometimes called, engaged. So often when we think of the core muscles, most people think of your, the six pack and maybe the obliques. But the inner core is below that. That actually involves your diaphragm, the pelvic floor, and then beneath the six pack, beneath your abdominal muscles, your transverse abdominis, which all work together and create the first kind of level of support for your lower back and hips. So by breathing low and getting some pressure, we're able to better support ourselves, as well as getting more oxygen into the lungs. All right, now maintaining that good breathing, maintaining that good posture, place the hands on your lap. And then also just be mindful of the feet, and we're going to squeeze the hands and also think about curling your toes if you have the space in your shoes. And then relax that tension. Curl the toes and fingers and relax. And one more time, squeeze and relax. All right, turn the hands over. Now we're going to spread the fingers and also spread the toes as best as you can. And relax. And spread the fingers, spread the toes. Relax. And spread the fingers and toes. And relax. All right. Now we're going to work on both the upper and lower body together in conjunction. So let's put our left foot out and left hand out and do a nice little rotation. Circle at the ankle and wrist. Then reverse direction, circle the other way. All right, very good. Switch hands and feet. Do a nice little circle. Warming up the wrist and the ankle. And reverse directions. And relax. Very good. Moving on up and down. We're going to get the elbow and knee. So just kind of lift your foot, straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Same side. So back to our left side. And not only are we warming up these joints, but you're practicing a little bit of that coordination, synchronizing the movement of the lower and upper body. All right, switch sides. So right side, straightening the arm and knee, or the elbow and the knee. Right, very good. Relax. Okay, now we're going to warm up the hips and shoulders. For this one, we'll do the full clam shell. So we're going to bring our knees together, feet together, bring your hands kind of behind your head if you're able to, and bring those elbows kind of inward to start. And then we're going to open everything and close. Still keep that posture tall, opening and closing the elbows and knees. Knees and elbows. So you're getting both the upper and lower body. All right, very good. Hello, Sandy. All right, the next one, we're going to work on some abduction. So moving, and you can again focus on the arm and the leg. We're going to bring the whole left side of the body out and in, out and in. Moving that leg out. And of course, you know, if one arm, you know, isn't able to do this, that's fine. You can always just focus on the leg or vice versa. If you can't move your leg, at least move your arm. Oh, here. Yeah. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Let me just angle you right like that. Maybe a little bit there.
Thank you.
Perfect. Okay. So now we're switching sides. So back to your, we just did the left side. Now we're going to get to the right. So bring your right arm out. Bring that right leg out and in. Out and in. Coordination. Big group today. And good stuff. We have a couple more on the computer. All right. Stay nice and tall. You're gonna put that all together. Bring your knees, everything, and hands together, and we're going to open everything up. Ready? Open and close. Now this is kind of engaging the core. While coordinating your upper and lower body, kind of like a jumping jack. All right, one more. All right, very good. Now we're just going to roll those shoulders back. Keep that posture tall. Good. And similar to the shoulder roll, now we're going to do a little kind of a hip roll. So actually put your hands on the top of the pelvis, the top of the hip bone here. And we're just going to kind of make a circle, roll in a nice little circle, keeping the head upright for the most part. Kind of shifting your weight. Yeah, I know, they're tough, yeah. Just do what you can, yeah. If you can't quite reach for your hip, you could also hang on to the arm and just kind of move your bottom in a circle on the chair. All right, let's reverse directions. So again, either hands resting on your hips or just on the sides of the chair, making a little circle. Right, very good. And sit up nice and tall. So we got through all the joints. Actually, we got one more, just the neck. And then we'll be all warmed up at the joints. Let's start with a little neck stretch to the side. Each time, pause in the middle. You go to the side, come back up to the middle, side, middle. One more time. All right, now we're going to bring our chin down. And then as we bring it back up, just think about tucking that chin back, bringing the head in a nice, kind of better alignment. And let your head come forward, bend the neck, chin to the chest, and bring it back up. One more time, down and back. All right, and then let go of any tension. Just a very light circle with your head and reverse directions. Nice job. Take a nice breath in, keep that posture tall. Slowly exhale. And we are going to just get the heart rate up a little bit, a little cardio. So let's get a nice march going. And you could keep pace with me, or you could go faster or slower. We're gonna do a nice working march. Okay, arms and legs, moving together, keeping that posture tall, best as you can. Breathe low. All right, we're gonna do a few variations with this. If you need to take a break at any time, feel free to. I'm gonna just keep moving, but you can stop at any time and rest if you need to. So first one, we're gonna go out, in, alternating sides. That's okay, just do whatever you're able to get to. And then doesn't have to be a very big step, quite small. All right, now we're gonna do some heel taps, all right? So forward, heel tap. Tapping your heel up in front of you. And reaching with the same arm. Reach, 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 reach. All right, now we're going to go high. We're going to do it with a little rock. So still the same side, we're rocking from side to side. Like that. If you can't quite do both the arm and leg, just try to focus on one or the other. You could go slower too. Good. Once you got the lifting part down, see if you can really focus on shifting the weight side to side. We're rock climbing. All right, very good. Back to a march. Breathe. Catch your breath. We're going to repeat all those little things we just did. Get ready. You're going to go into the side steps next. And side step. Keep that posture tall. Breathe low. If you're getting out of breath a little bit, try to really focus on exhaling with your mouth. Inhale with your nose, smell the flowers. Exhale with your mouth, blow out the candles. All right, get ready. We're going to do heel taps. Now, tapping the heel and reaching forward. The straighter you make your arm and leg, the harder, but the more work is always good. If this is too easy, speed it up. Go twice the speed. Okay, get ready. We're going to do some reaches, reach and rock. And the knees reaching high, but be mindful. If you have any pains, if anything, always stop or modify the movement so there is no pain. The phrase "no pain, no gain" is not a good. That's not good. You don't want to do that. Pain should not actually be part of exercise. In certain athletic situations where they're pushing the bar, maybe, but for the average person, you should never be having pain when you're exercising, unless it's just fatigue, muscular fatigue, but still shouldn't be like a pain, just fatigue. All right, back to a march. Finishing up with a good march. Is everyone breathing a little heavier now? Is our heart rate a little higher? Do we feel a little warmer? Okay. finish up with just a speed jog. All right, we're gonna sprint to the finish line as fast as you can comfortably. And for this one, we're landing more towards the front of the foot. It's a little easier to pick up your feet when you do that. Land on the ball of the foot. Sprint to the finish line. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good. Catch your breath. Inhale, smell the roses. Exhale, blow out the candles. And on your own. One more. Catch the breath. Very good. Nice work today. And roll the shoulders back. That was a nice little cardio warm up. We're going to work on some kind of dynamic stretching and strength type stuff for next. So let's work on the legs, actually core as well. So let's work on the hips first. So find the pelvis if you can. Be mindful of that. We're going to work on a little hinge first. So hinging. Now for the hinge, we'll start being mindful of rocking through the pelvis. And once you can definitely notice that the pelvis is rocking forward and backward and it's not your lower back. A lot of times when people lean forward, it's through the lower back, and that's why we get back pain. So we want to move just through the pelvis. It's not very far that we're going to be able to lean forward when we're sitting. It's kind of restricted. I'll show you about how far I can go is only about there. Before, if I go further, it's lower back. So I'm being very mindful of the pelvis. Once it stops, that's as far as I go. All right, and with that, keeping the back straight, you're going to then reach forward and back. Keep the back straight. Reach. Moving through the hips. And you might also feel it in the core. Reaching. It's good to get in the habit of picking things up or reaching for things while being mindful of your back, not bending at the back. A couple more. Okay, very good. All right, now a little more core focus, core and legs. We're going to do a leg press. So for this one, if you want to make it a little more core focus, keep the body upright rather than leaning against the chair, just upright. Lift the knee and press. And we're just going to focus on that motion. Knee comes up and then we push it down. So you get good abdominal engagement here. That helps to tighten your core. Stay tall. You could lean back if you feel you need more space, or if your lower back starts to cause any discomfort. Nice push. Keeping that core tight. And each time you straighten your leg, you want to think about pushing with your heel. So keep those toes cool, pointed up. 2 more. Very good. Relax, shake it out. Other leg, get ready. Lift the knee up and push with your heel. Keep those toes pointed up. Keep that core engaged. Don't round your back. If you feel like you're rounding your back, just feel free to just kind of lean back in your chair as you do it. Keep moving, make sure you breathe and breathe low. 2 more. Okay, and relax, shake it out. Very good. All right, and then finally, we're going to just do one for the knees. Really engage those quad muscles that we use very frequently. So this is going to become more of almost a dynamic hamstring stretch, which means it's a moving stretch. We sit up tall, so we're still going to a little bit of core engagement, and we're just going to straighten your leg, hold for a few seconds, and then bring it back. And we're going to repeat that 9 more times. Straighten and hold, and back. Straighten and hold. Each time you hold, make sure those toes are pulled back. And back. Hold. 4. Hold. Same leg. 5. Hold. 6. Nice and tall. 7. 8. Gauging those quads. 9. 10. All right, other leg. Straighten and hold. 1. Hold. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Okay, check it out. Roll the shoulders back, stay nice and tall, and then catch your breath again. Slowly exhale. Good work. We are gonna wrap up with some stretching. Get some nice deep stretches. We should still all feel pretty warm. Does everyone feel pretty warm? Or maybe a little sweaty? That's a perfect time to stretch. So let's give our knee a nice little hug. Bring the knee up toward the chest. That's the silver lining in hot weather. It's really hot out and you can't cool down, just, stretch. And work on your flexibility. Which there's always something. I think, there's always some muscles that are tight that you need to work on. For me, it's my hamstrings. I never stretch them enough, it seems. All right, other leg. And for this one, we're bringing the knee up as high as we can. You can also fold underneath the knee if that's more comfortable. It's a really good one for your back. Helps kind of stretch muscles that attach along the lower back, and so minimize any pull. Let's bring the legs out as wide as we can. Gently lean forward, push the knees out. Kind of pushing the knees out with your arms. And you can kind of lean a bit. Getting a little stretch in your inner thigh. Also a little in the back. Just make sure you're breathing low in your back. And then as you come back up, use your hands to kind of bring yourself up so you're not pulling your back at all. Okay. Next, we're going to cross one leg over the other as best you can. And then if you don't quite feel a stretch in this position, then you can lean forward. Keeping the back straight. And just as far as you can. You don't have to be, this is a very notoriously tight muscle area. So just do what you can. Often it takes time to get this one flexible. All right, switch legs gently. Crossing and leaning forward. Enhance the stretch if you need to. Breathing low. And relax. Very good. All right. Now we'll get those hamstrings. So gently bring your one leg out, nice and straight. The other leg we're gonna keep bent and use it to support ourselves as we gently hinge forward. As we're kind of hinging forward, we want to keep the back straight. So don't bend your back. Just lean. You may need to scoot forward in the chair in order to get the leg straight. You can do that as needed. And sometimes, if you're in a tall chair, the other option is you can actually hold your leg up a little bit like that. but it's a little harder. So you're able to rest the heel down while keeping the knee straight, and great. Otherwise, you're just going to help hold your leg. Keep holding. The hamstring muscles that we're stretching right now do take at least a minute generally to kind of relax and get that flexibility benefit. 10 seconds won't cut it for the hamstrings. You've got 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Switching legs. Keeping that leg as straight as you can, gently hinging forward. Pulling the toes back. Breathing low. Just resting into that stretch. If you're ever sitting and waiting to do something, this is a good thing to do while you're waiting. Get a little stretch in. Because tight hamstrings, they limit your ability to walk. They also can cause low back pain. A lot of issues if they're too tight. So a very important muscle group to challenge or to stretch. All right, 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good. All right, and lastly, we're going to work on the upper body. Let's start reaching over, scratch your back, and push the elbow up. Keeping that posture tall. Bringing that elbow as far back as you can. All right, switching arms. Gently pushing that elbow, yeah, and just doing what you can. Relax. Now the other side of that, this one, be very careful, but scoot up forward into your chair a little bit. We're going to get your arm, reach back, like you're scratching this way. Just as far as you feel comfortable. Don't force it. But this is another way to get part of the shoulder muscles stretched. A lot of times you can do this one in conjunction with the reach. But for right now, I'm just going to focus on the lower half. Very good. Relax and get the other arm. Gently kind of scratch your back.
Your hand is
Yeah, I'm doing my best to kind of, yeah, it's like the back of my hand is touching, but a little easier that way, I think.
Yeah.
And relax, unwind, roll the shoulders back. Last but not least for the arms, we're going to reach forward. With our arms, think of the shoulder blades gliding forward. And then we're going to open up wide, palms up. Be careful not to run into your neighbor if you're around people. Wide as you can, opening up that chest. Keep the spine tall. Breathe low. And relax. Very good. And we'll finish up with our breathing. Just take some nice, gentle breaths in, slowly out.